Hi, Mark, the Christian gun owner here with you to talk to you today about the basics of concealed carry. Keep in mind that's basics. For those of you that have been carrying a handgun for 100 years, you probably don't need this video, but there are a huge number of people across the country right now that are simply, they're new to shooting. They've just become concerned about self-defense and protecting themselves in a society where guns are available. And they want to be able to take care of themselves, to take care of their family, and they want a gun for personal self-defense. They may have already picked that gun, they may be in the process of picking it. So what I want to do today was just talk to you about some things here that if you'll just pay attention here, I'm going to show you some types of handguns, some types of holsters, and just a couple of things here that will enable you to go out, get the gun you need, get the holster you need for that gun, put that holster on, cover it up, and go on about your business. And then work out all the other different types of things that you can do for concealed carry as you need to, knowing that you've got your gun that you need with you for personal self-defense now. For those of you that are just out there today, I'm just going to show you a couple different types of handguns that you can start with. You can start with a semi-automatic pistol. This is a Smith & Wesson Shield that is cleared. This is one of the most popular carry guns on the market today, and I'm not endorsing brands here. I don't have any affiliate relationship with Smith & Wesson, but this is a gun that I carry about 60% of the time now. And it's a gun that if it had been around 10 or 12 years ago, I would have probably been carrying it then too, because it's that good and it's that suitable, it's that well suited for concealed carry. You can start out with a semi-auto. What you want to pick in a semi-auto is one that you can get a good grip on. Don't go out and let somebody tell you that for your first handgun you need a pocket gun that you'd hold between two fingers and stick in your pants pocket because that's convenient. Trust me in this. Get a gun that's concealable, but get a gun that you can shoot. Get a gun you can get your hand around, that you can take to the range, that you can shoot 50 or 100 rounds through it, depend on it to fire, and doesn't kill your hand or break your finger while you're shooting it. A gun that you can shoot well, and enjoy shooting and enjoy practicing with, because you will need to practice with it. You can start out with a semi-automatic, a small semi-automatic, which this is you would either call this gun right here a large subcompact or a small compact, either one, but you can get a grip on that. This is the 45 version of it. They make it in 9mm 40 and 45, and you'll find other guns in this size range right here. That's a good start right there, or a good gun to carry for the rest of your life. Another is a J-frame revolver. This is a Taurus revolver, stainless steel revolver. It's a 38 special, and this is a gun that I've had for a long time. Actually, it's been in my family for a long time. It looks almost new because it hadn't been fired that much. I put maybe 150 rounds through it. But a J-frame revolver, and that J-frame is a term coined basically to describe Smith & Wesson frames. J-frame, A-frame, N-frame, L-frame, I don't know what all the frames are. J-frame revolvers are their small revolvers, air weights and small, very concealable revolvers. Revolver is not always the best choice for everybody. Keeping in mind that this is a double action, single action, or it's a double action, single action revolver. That means with the hammer down, which is the way people are going to have to carry these, the way you're going to be using a revolver in self-defense, if you have to pull it and use it, if the unthinkable happens, you're going to be pulling it, putting your finger on that trigger and pulling the trigger and having a double action trigger pull, which means it's going to be 12 or 13 pounds. It's a heavy trigger pull. You need to go to the range with these and work with them on a regular basis if you're going to carry one concealed, but dependable and effective as a self-defense weapon, and easy to conceal, a small frame revolver in whichever brand you decide to get it in. In either one of those type of guns, and again those are types of guns, a small semi-auto, a small revolver, and both of these are guns, just so you know, even this revolver here, this one happens to have a grip on it, I can get a full grip on. I don't like things where my fingers having to hang over the bottom of it. That's not always a deal killer for everybody, but getting a gun you can grip is important. So, small revolver or a small semi-automatic pistol. And so let's start with holsters here for your semi-auto. This is a semi-automatic pistol holder here from Tagwa or Tagwa, I don't know, however you want to pronounce it if you've seen these before. It's Tagwa holster. These are kind of pretty nice. These are well-built leather holsters. They've got belt loops on the back where you can put your revolver on your belt in about 4 different ways, 4 different angles. On your side, at an angle, at a cross draw angle, and then on the back there's a clip where you can use it as an inside the waistband holster also, which is what I usually use, and it's what I recommend to people, is inside the waistband carry. That's for men or women, either one. And what we got to understand here is that going into this, I always tell people, make sure that you're ready to, if you're going to carry a gun, make sure you're ready to get the gun you can shoot. Get the gun you can shoot. Get the holster for it. Figure out how you're going to carry it. And then adjust your clothing around that gun. Don't go buy a little 2-finger pocket gun to accommodate dressing like this right here. Because if you're going to dress like this right here, you need to do something probably besides decide to carry a gun on your body somewhere. Because you're going to have to cover that gun up. But adjust your clothing around it. You don't have to wear potato sacks to cover your gun. Inside the waistband, a good belt. But inside the waistband is one of the most secure and most accessible ways and most effective ways to carry on body for just about anybody. You can carry on your hip, slightly to the front of your hip, to the rear of your hip. You can carry it in a cross draw position. If you know you're going to be sitting down all day, you can just switch your holster around to the other side and just onto your hip. And when you sit down, you're seated and have access to your gun. So you can do all kinds of things with this type holster right here to be able to carry the gun in whatever position you need to carry it in. So a good leather holster like this is unique in that it's got these belt loops and a clip on it, but it doesn't have to have all that. If you're going to wear it inside your waistband, just that clip right there will do. So semi-automatic pistol, a good holster, inside the waistband holster with a clip, inside the waistband with a good belt, cover it up. You can go on about your business and work out your other concealed carry stuff later. Same thing with this little revolver. Revolvers are pretty easy to carry. Really, again, you can use the same kind of holster inside the waistband holster like this right here. It's made the same way as this other one. It's got a metal clip on it. Goes down inside your waistband over your belt, and tighten your belt down on it, cover it up, and it'll stay put. Another type holster that's an option if you don't, if you may be on a pretty strict budget, but you need a gun and you want to be able to carry it. You don't want to invest in a leather holster if you can find something that will carry a gun that you can carry a gun with. These right here are remarkable. This is a Black Hawk Tech Grip holster. As many holsters as I have, and it doesn't make any difference which one of these you put in. You can use it with this Smith & Wesson. You can use it with your revolver. Doesn't have to be pretty. What it's going to do is that's going to go down on the inside of your waistband just like one of these holsters would. It doesn't have any clip. But if you got like an undergarment, like a compression shirt, like I've got on right here, compression shirt, you put that down inside your waistband with your gun in it, tighten your belt around it, put your shirt down over it. I don't care what you do, that thing's not going to move. It's going to stay right where you put it. I've worn these things around all day long in all kinds of positions. I've used them out in the woods, exercising, working out in the woods, which is where I exercise because I have a short attention span, but exercising out in the woods, running up and down hills, carrying rocks, doing push-ups between ditches, doing all kinds of stuff with this right here stuck down my waistband with a handgun, and it does not move, and it does not move all day long no matter what you do. It will work. It's comfortable, very low profile, easy to conceal, and highly recommended. And you can also use this one in a pocket, or you can buy these that are cut off like across the top here. They don't have this long piece on the top. They're just cut off straight. They're actually made to put in a coat pocket or cargo pocket or whatever you want to put it in. So just one other thing I want to mention here is this is just another type of holster that's a consideration here. And here's the deal. For those of you that are trying to figure all this out and you've seen all this stuff, you don't have to think for 100 years about what I'm showing you right here. I'm giving you a few choices, but it should be a few choices just between these simple items right here. not between 1,000 systems out here that are claimed to be the greatest thing ever invented for carrying a gun, when in fact these simple ones right here will do for just almost anybody. But this is a different type of holster. It's an inside the waistband holster. The difference in it is, you can see the profile of the holster itself, I think, in the camera there. Hopefully you can see that, all right. You can see the difference in the opening there, that when you put this one on your belt, here or here, it's going to be a thicker profile than this one right here, because you put your gun in here and it doesn't budge from that right there. But and you've got a leather plate on the back of it right here, so fairly hefty profile there. It's a good holster, but it's got a pretty significant profile to it, and it's a little bit more difficult to cover up than this one right here. Your gun goes down in this, nothing moves. That's as thick as it gets right there. Now, the difference in these is, here's the difference in these. If you live in an area where you have to take your gun on and off, throughout the day to go various places where there's a lot of rules, it's not necessarily gun friendly, one of these right here is probably your best bet, because these come in and out of your pants and on and off quickly and easily. This one is about 4 times harder to get on and get it positioned on your belt right and to get it just where you want it than this one is. But once you get it there, the print is very minimal. It is comfortable. It will stay with you all day, and they work great. This is a cleaner holster, and there are others that make them like this right here with a leather band on one side that'll wrap around your body. So this is a good choice right here if you know you can put this on, leave it on all day, put your gun in it, and don't have to take the holster itself on and off. Another good thing about this is if you take your gun out, disable your gun or make your gun safe to go in somewhere, you can actually leave this holster on with very little print in your clothing, as opposed to a good deal more of it with this right here, even without the gun in it. So that's just a consideration there. The most common thing that I carry this gun in right here is this holster. But I use this a lot, and I use this every once in a while. This gun right here, I use that, or I use this. If any one of these, you're looking at them and thinking, which one should I choose? Just consider what your situation is. If you have a relatively stable area where gun rights are not an issue, this and this in your waistband, covered up with some kind of cover garment, will do you fine, and you'll be able to look at other things after that. The main thing that I'm doing with a video like this is I'm making sure that what I'm saying here for all of this stuff that's in front of me right here, for these items that are here, this is for men and women both. This is not just for men, this is for men and women both. Lots and lots of women. On my website I have a guide that I sell that gives a pretty comprehensive view of concealed carry for both men and women. It shows my daughter back when she was, I think, 19 years old. I had her in here and she's petite, and with a inside the waistband holster on and just a nice cover shirt on. Couldn't tell she had it on. You'd lift that shirt up and there it was. This is for men and women both. This is a way to carry, and what I want to really emphasize here before I close this out is, don't go out and buy a gun to match your clothes if skinny jeans and skin tight tops are your primary form of dress and you're not willing to change that or adjust it some way. Go out, get the gun that you can shoot. Get a gun that you can get a grip on. A gun that you're comfortable with. Then get a holster for it, considering how you're going to carry. Tuck it in and get going. Just like this. I see, I'm pretty sure you thought I was going to take that gun and put it in that same holster. I took that gun, but I actually tucked it into this Tech Grip holster from Blackhawk, and I'll carry that around like that for the rest of the day, because that's actually the way I'm going to carry the gun. So that's the gun, that's the holster I put it in because I know what I'm going to do the rest of the day. Easy to carry, comfortable, low profile, accessible, effective. Just like those other items that I showed you right there, and yet they're simple, easily accessible. You can get them all over the place. So, bottom line here is today, if you're new to this, if you're looking for your gun, get one you can get a good grip on and shoot. Consider that first. Nothing else. Can you shoot it? Can you take it to the range? Can you regularly shoot this gun? Can you stand to shoot it? Does it fit your hand? Can you get a good grip on it? Can you have confidence in that gun? Then consider how are you going to have to carry it based on what you do during the day, your kids, your lifestyle, your work, whatever it's going to be. What kind of holster you need, what do you need to carry it in? Get that next. Adjust whatever clothing you have to adjust to be able to carry your gun. Get it tucked in, cover it up, go on about your business and don't worry about it. And then you can explore all kinds of different ways of concealed carry. You can take a look at a guide I have on the Christian Gun Owner website. The link to it is down below here. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link down below it in the description. And it's pretty comprehensive. And yet it stays simple, but it is pretty comprehensive. That will cover, the guide is actually called Concealed Carry for Almost Everybody. Just a few people that wouldn't want to use it, but it's pretty comprehensive for just about anybody. Won't break the bank for any of it, and will show you how to get the simplest and most effective ways of concealed carry that you can find anywhere, and things that are accessible and easy to find. So, don't wait forever analyzing. Get your gun, one you can shoot, confidence, holster, put it in, cover it up, then go look for the rest of it. You'll find it, and you'll be able to protect yourself with the handgun that you know you needed to protect yourself and your family. I'm Mark Rogers, and I'll see you very soon.